Good morning, friends. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and today in our business section, we are discussing the subject about the emotional intelligence. We keep hearing about so many different kinds of intelligence questions. There is, intelligence question. There is, digital question, and there is an emotional question. So, what is emotional quotient or digital or emotional intelligence, and how will it help you to shape up your company, shape you up as a leader, and define your success journey. So in today's live stream we will discuss that. So the first topic is, what is the emotional intelligence? See, emotional intelligence is very, very important, especially for leaders, because if you are a leader, then you need to control certain items, certain issues which you might come across on daily basis. And say, for example, if something is bugging you every day and it is not improving, so you cannot allow that problem to overwhelm your thinking. I mean, you can overlook a few times, but then sometimes you get emotional, and you then lose yourself, and then you get angry. So this is one example. There could be several other examples. There could be mental stress. Because of that, you may shut down. So the emotional intelligence is basically about being self-aware of what is going on around you, and you should never lose your cool. This is in the nutshell. The emotional intelligence is basically channeling your positive energy in the right direction, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation may be. Because if you are cool and calm, emotionally stable, then you will be able to take right decisions when the time comes. So this is exactly the topic of discussion, and many leaders actually fail on this question itself, because they get very emotional about certain things, and suppose you agree for certain things, you get very emotional, overwhelmed about that issue. So today I will actually explain in each step by step, what you can do, how to identify what is going on, and why it is so important, especially for leaders. So let's begin our journey today. And by the way, friends, I'm live, so if you have any question, you can shoot your questions, and it will get displayed here on the live stream. So it is very important to control your emotional intelligence, especially at the workplace, because when you're working, then you are basically spending good amount of your daytime work hours at your workplace, and you can't afford to let your emotion let loose, and that might create a situation which is not very positive for you. It may create a situation where you start arguing with your teammates or employees, and that is not the right thing to do. That is not the right situation to be in. So it's very important to control that, and therefore what are the areas that you have to focus? We will discuss that next. So first area is self-awareness. This is a component of the emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence actually is all about knowing yourself, knowing your strength, knowing your weaknesses, what are the areas of opportunities, and what is your threat. So self-awareness is about that. Now, there are certain things that each person may be saying that, okay, I'm good in this, so I will take up this responsibility, which is my core area, my core responsibility, and I will take this up as my core responsibility because I'm very good at it. There is nobody else like me. But to achieve that level of confidence, you have to know exactly what is your core area. So that is the journey towards being self-aware. You have to know exactly what you are good at, what you are not good at, and what you can be good, but you're not trying hard enough. Things like that. So being self-aware is the key area here. And so let me tell you what you can do to basically overcome this particular aspect of the emotional intelligence. So first thing is, you start making a mind map. mind map is very easy aspect where you start noting down what are the specialties that you carry, what is the knowledge base you have. And suppose you have 90% knowledge base in certain space, then you know exactly that if I increase my knowledge base by 5%, 10% in that area, I will become really expert in that area. So start making mind map of what you are good at, what you are not good at, and because you are not good at these things, what are the threats, and because you're good at these things, what are the opportunities. So if you basically jot down these things and then do a little bit of thinking, then you will actually achieve some sort of self-awareness, and then you keep modifying that mind map as the time progress, because then your journey towards making yourself as a better leader will start emerging. Because if you don't write anything, if you don't have a system, then even though you know that I am the best guy or I am the best person, it is not something that will help you in long run. So being self-aware is the first aspect, and then you have to do self-management. So when you know exactly that these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, then you have to basically get into self-management mode. Because now you're aware of your strengths and weaknesses, you have to get into self-management, which is that you have to overcome your weaknesses and increase your strength. That is a very important aspect, because otherwise there will be no management. If you're not working on improving your strength, then the weakness will actually start increasing as the time passes by. So start working on increasing your strength, reducing your weakness. And this is not going to happen. Nobody can actually tell you that, okay, this is a mantra for success. You have to do it yourself. So I'm actually pointing out what you can do. Start writing your strength, start writing your weaknesses, start writing what are the threats because of weaknesses, and start writing what are the opportunities because of strength, and then start managing this as one packet. And that is very important, because that will help you to gain more confidence. It will improve your emotional intelligence. You know exactly, okay, these are the things that I am good at. I will take up these things, and if I need any other skill, I can hire somebody and then completely rely on that, because I'm not expert in that area. So this actually channelizes your emotions or emotional intelligence in a better way. One of the key aspect is respecting others. So when you actually start respecting others, you create empathy. You recognize that other people also have certain skills, and you also encourage your colleagues and your teammates to basically work on the intelligence, which is the emotional intelligence aspect, so that they can also become a better person as the time progress. So I'm telling all this because some of this you may be already aware, but some of this is a lot of red herring. So I'm telling you so that you can start working on this. So first, get the data about self-awareness. Second, you should start working on recognizing others in terms of what are their expertise and specialties. So if you don't have a system in your mind, how do you recognize other people? Then it will be very difficult to just generate this feeling ad hoc. And then if you have something ad hoc, some sort of recognition in your mind which is based on your day-to-day feeling, then it is not a system. Then sometimes you may praise somebody unduly, and sometimes you may criticize somebody for doing a good job. So therefore you must have a system of even recognizing what other people's expertise are and what are their qualities. And therefore it is a journey for you. You have to develop a mind map kind of a system, and everybody may have a different system. I'm just suggesting a mind map, but then you may have a different system. Maybe you would like to use an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe your expertise are too many, so the mind map may not work for you initially. So you can choose the system which is most comfortable for you. Now for the geeks, you can also use the ready-made software for such management, and you can use them also. but I would say that just take a pencil and a sheet of paper, start building mind map. That will help you at the starting point. Now, the next aspect of emotional intelligence is relationship management. You have already recognized that other people have certain qualities, but then how do you basically build relationship? You don't go overwhelmed, too friendly with people. At the same time, you don't want to get too much away from the people, because if you mingle too much, then withdrawal will be a big issue. So the relationship management also must be worked upon. So leaders of today, if you're running an organization or you're running a team, these are the aspects which affect you. You can't be sitting on a very high pedestal saying that, look, my job as a CEO or a leader, so I don't want to talk to anybody below me. At the same time, you don't want to be working at that level where the juniors are working. Otherwise, the juniors start feeling that you are interfering in their activities. So having recognized that these are the people for this job, you have given them the job, you don't want to basically interfere, give a feeling of interference in their job, because now they start feeling, okay, now he's interfering, so let him only take a call. Why should I put my neck in it? So these are the things that you have to look at when you look at the relationship management aspects. So moving on to the next aspect is basically chaos management. How do you basically do the chaos management? And if you do all of these things, this will help you to take better decisions. The quality that you will generate as a leader is that you will be self-aware about yourself. You will always be respectful for other people's qualities and expertise and abilities. You will always have a good relationship, and then you will also know exactly how do you steer in a very chaotic environment so that you can guide the team as a leader in the right direction. So this aspect of controlling emotional intelligence will help you come up with a system which is very, very personal to you, which will help you to take the right decision at the right time. So these are the leadership end result that you can get when you actually control your emotional intelligence. This will also improve your creativity and innovation. This will help you generate innovative ideas, because in any business or any life, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, your ideas will get diluted, and you will not be able to diversify your efforts. So when you actually run a company, you have to look at the ready business, and then you have to also look at 20 to 30% diversification, because diversification is important. A lot of people do research and development. The R&D is basically done because they can try new ideas, and so that they are future ready. So you're doing your steady state business, but then steady state business can just vanish just like that, because there could be a disruption, there could be a competition, which can spoil the chances of generating more business. So if you're emotionally stable, if you're intelligent emotionally, then you will be able to get not only good decisions, but also coming out with new different ideas, innovation, because you're mentally stable and you have a system in place where you have boxes in your mind to tackle each and every facility or faculty of your mind. What else it will help you to do? It will help you to basically reduce conflicts and stress, because if you are only taskmaster, for example, and you are emotional, then emotions are of different kinds. Some people are very happy all the time. They are happy-go-lucky. They say that I'm happy-go-lucky. Some people are angry all the time. Some people are shy. So these are the emotions every human being has. So if you are intelligent emotionally, if you do all of these things that I've told you, then you will be able to control the unnecessary stress, anxiety, and conflicts at workplace. You will be able to resolve these issues very amicably, because you're always cool, calm. You already know that emotionally you're not stressed, You will hear the problem, and then you will come out with a solution that you think is best suited. You can also get into collaborative mode, and if you encourage your team also to work on emotional intelligence, then probably the stress will not happen because they will resolve their issues on their own. So emotional intelligence is a very important subject. It will help you to basically maintain a positive environment in your company and around you. And once the your teammate and your employees are also emotionally stable, they will actually engage in more productive activities. They will be more motivated. They will make sure that your organization is successful, will not incur loss, because they are very objective in what they are doing. So it's not only that you as a leader must be emotionally stable, or you must have higher emotional intelligence, but you must inculcate these ideas within your team also, where your teammates also start thinking about these things and become emotionally stable. And once they are emotionally stable, they will be more productive. Their mind will not drift into unnecessary politics, which result if there are more than 3 people working in an organization. So politics is part and parcel of your workforce. However, if they are emotionally much more stable, they have positive attitude, they have also done their SWOT analysis, then they will be much more productive. So you can come out with a system where periodically you can encourage your employees to get into emotional intelligence classes, or emotional intelligence group activity, or a team building exercise, whatever is suitable for you, so that the employees become more cohesive with each other and be more productive. And now this is internal, but externally also, if the employees are dedicated towards particular activity, they will be able to provide better customer service to whatever they are handling. So remember, and in any business, customer is the king, because customer make sure that the customers buy from you for your services and pay that basically generate revenue for your organization. So if your employees are emotionally stable, they will be able to handle the customers in any situation. Now I will give you example of hospital. If you get into hospital, you will always see that there are always crises everywhere. All patients who are in the hospital admitted, or in the outpatient department, they're always in crisis mode. So they're patients, especially because they are sick, they're not well, they're infected with some some ailment. So that is why they're in the hospital. So when they reach hospital, they're already stressed. And look at the doctors. I think the doctors and the healthcare staff is the best example of what I'm talking about in terms of intelligent person. In fact, their education, majority of the part of becoming a doctor is basically controlling your emotions, because whatever the sick patient or the unwell patient who is under crisis throw at you, you don't take it. Doctors are very good example, and even healthcare, nursing staff, and all these people are very good example of very high intelligence or emotional intelligence in them. And therefore, hospital is a very stressed environment, because every visitor is stressed in a hospital, and doctors handle them very well. So take this as an example, because if they are emotionally stable, they are able to provide a better customer service. Similarly, if the doctors are emotionally stable, they are able to provide better treatment to the stressed person. So this is similar example, which is universal. It will work for, when it can work for hospital, it will definitely work for you as well. And the better emotional intelligence will create a stronger organizational culture. Very important, because your organization will actually start behaving more like a family. Now, organization working like a family is a very abused word on the internet today. So I think this is where it starts. If you have emotional intelligence taken care of you, of all your employees, then your team will actually become a very, very progressive entity, very positive overview, with a very positive overview. So these are the things which you can do to improve your leadership, your mental peace, and also progress, and also inculcate innovations and new ideas among your team. So let me check if there are any questions for me today. Let me check if there are any questions, because okay, Shireen Ahmed is there. Shireen Ahmed is saying like, and she is liking what I'm saying. All right, thank you, Shireen. Thank you for joining us live. All right, so there are no questions, so I will end my live stream and I will catch you again in the next one. So just in case, if you have any thoughts, any comments, feel free to send it across, share with us. My name is Chandrakant. You're watching Akulmach Business, and I will catch you in the next one.